Alright guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. So, you will see that I'm standing here in the Necrolisk, and in the last video we started working on getting our Entrati standing up with the purpose of seeing if that is what's going to let us unlock the 5 Deimos missions that I've yet to unlock. It's possible it's locked behind some story content that I've yet to do, but I figured I'm just going to try to knock out all possibilities, as I know that there are, of the 10 remaining missions I have to do to have the star chart complete, 5 are in Deimos and then 5 are in Zariman, which I don't even know what that is. But I'm sure I will figure it out over time. So in the last video, we did get our next rank up in Entrati standing, so I'm going to kind of show you what the plan is for today. In order to get to Acquaintance, we need a Sun token, so we'll have to do something for Sun, which I've yet to do any of his stuff. We'll need Medjay Predasite tag and 5 common Avichaea tags. So I did already walk over to the Sun to look at what he had. I don't remember if I picked anything up yet. He's the little wildlife footprint right over here. So we're just going to look at Sun again, and if I recall, it's in Browse Wares.
Whatever you're doing out there,
yeah,
Tenno,
I picked up this lure. There's also this pheromone gland I didn't pick up. It's only 150. I don't know if a Medjay is a rarer version, which it says it attracts a rarer subspecies. So maybe I should just put one of those in my inventory as a just in case. It's only 150, and I won't have the max standing regardless of how well this goes today. And right now I'm just focusing on what's needed for that next rank up. And there's this Avichaea Echo Lure, and then there is this pheromone gland. Now the Avichaea said 5 common, so I don't actually think I need the pheromone gland for that, because I don't want it to pick up a rarer Avichaea. Now the next question is, where in the world do I go to actually do this? So as I was fishing yesterday and following the river, I did run into a few, I don't remember if it was called bait traps or what have you, as I was exploring around Deimos. So I suspect that there's a specific place I'm going to have to find to go to place these lures. So I don't know what all this will entail, but that's what I'm guessing that I need to do. Find the specific place that these need to be dropped in order to do it. And I guess, since it only let me pick one of these up at a time, I can show you it already says owned. I'm guessing that, you have to find the right place, do it, you capture it, bring it back, and then if you need more of these tags, I'm guessing you get tags for capturing these animals for Sun. Yeah, that's my guess. I don't know exactly what all is going to happen here. A trank raffle, I don't believe I've picked that up yet, so I probably need to do that. And I'm also guessing that I'm going to have to equip these lures in my gear. So let me see if I can actually, from here, open my gear. Yeah, select and configure equipment. This should let me pop in my gear in the gear wheel. Let's just overwrite that. Can we overwrite that with, say, yeah, Predasite pheromone gland, sure. Oh, it's automatically available when tracking animals. Okay, so it looks like I won't have to mess with that. Let's try the lure. Yep, so I do need the lure. And then, I don't even know what that's used for. The Omni I need. I think somebody told me you don't have to have all of these individual spears equipped. So why don't I just overwrite that one with, what's the next thing then? What is this? Maybe the trank rifle is what I should put on there, I'm guessing. Let's put this other lure on there first, and then we'll scroll around, and that will put the trank rifle. I'm guessing we'll have to, once they take the bait, we'll have to trank them, and then it will capture. I don't know. Having never done this, I'm just guessing here, guys. Just using logic to kind of figure out what may or may not happen. So I want to be solo, so let's make sure I am on solo. Yes, I am. And I just need to get out the door, which is through here. I did the weekly Maru's Bazaar run today. The date of this recording is Monday, February the 12th. Just so you know, as of the time of this recording, I'm in the final week before I move states. So there's going to be some content that I recorded several weeks in advance so I don't get behind in the middle of my move. But I am not going to let it slip. I've got enough going and I've got it scheduled out so I'll at least have my normal volume coming out per week. So now the fun part. I guess I will take an Arcwing launcher and I will fly around and I don't know what I'm looking for. I see various kind of symbols on the map. That's Mother. We don't need that. Let's open up. What happens? I don't know what that blue thing is. That blue thing is the only other thing that has any other kind of... Let me drop down. What is this? Is it this? That looks like a piece of a void rig. A busted void rig. Be awesome if I could harvest that in lieu of running a bounty. So no, it looks like I'm gonna have to fly around a bit and see if I can find another lure. I think the last time I found one, I was in one of kind of the cave looking things, but I mean, it could theoretically be anywhere. You know, I don't know what it is I'm looking for. I have only seen these a couple times. I have an idea of what they look like. Whoops. At any rate, that's what we're doing. I'm not going to mess around there too terribly long. It's kind of a small... It doesn't... I don't want to say it looks kind of Orokin-y, because it doesn't. But I'll know it when I see it, because I've seen one before. So I'm just going to do a cut until I can find the first lure drop point. Hopefully this won't take 5, 10, 15 minutes of flying around. And then we'll jump to where it is and try to see if I can figure out how capturing animals works. That's the goal. Alright guys, so after a bit of flying around looking for a trap, it occurred to me that maybe, since I suspected I need a tranq rifle to capture one of these things in the trap if I can find it, that it worked like fishing on Deimos, where if you don't have the item, you're not going to find what you're looking for. So I know what they're called, and it looks like it may look kind of Kubro-ish just based on the little pictures down there. But then I started seeing these symbols pop up on the map, and now I can see that says Avichaea over there. That says Predasite. That's Avichaea. So I guess if I want to go for Predasite, there's one right over by that fast travel. So I'm just going to travel over to there real quick, and we'll see if we can figure out how this works. I don't know if I need to climb up. If it's giving me a general area of where they may be. Aha! What is this? Track animal.
Something was here not long ago. Yes, this is promising. Please, pursue.
Okay, so it looks like we just follow some tracks. And they're leading me this way. Okay. Predasite call point. Call with the echo lure. Alright, let me get rid of these enemies real quick. I don't want to be messing with this while I'm trying to capture an animal. I need this to be clean. Good job, Chi. Okay, so let's swap back to the tranq rifle. Oh, no, we got another. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Pull out the tranq rifle again. It's telling me the call with the echo lure. Hold for actions. I don't know which of these is the pheromone, which... I guess B is the pheromone. So, let's say B. And then X. Oh, that's an enemy. Hopefully that was the thing. Call with the echo lure. What do I have to pop something else on for it to work? No. Boy, doing this in the middle of with all these enemies constantly running at you. They're not making this simple. And it seems like what is that? It's not one of the things I'm looking for. So I tried to call it. I don't know if I just need to chase up to a different spot. Well, that's a blue spot. Predasite call point.
That sounds distinctly like a Predasite. Deimos' most majestic predator. Let's hope it's not with its young. They can get aggressive when defending their offspring against a perceived threat.
Gosh, having to deal with all these non-stop enemies in the middle of this is actually pretty rough.
You have to hold the note for it to work. Once more, from the top. Predasites. Two concepts in one. Neither one of them good.
Locate and tranquilize. Okay. So now I pull out the tranq. Alright, looks like I'm following tracks this way. And then I kind of lost them. No. What, did it jump up on this log? Well, it definitely came through here. I also... Okay, so I'm looking for something that looks kind of like a Kubro-ish thing, I think. So it came this way. Does that mean it's still through here or not? I have no idea. I guess it's possible it could be here. Call for a collection. Okay.
A mere neolite.
A Vizier Predasite. Okay, that's not the type of the one that I
It'll
needed.
serve you loyally, but first we need to address the infestation in its system.
Oh.
Pay me a visit soon. Do you know what that is? It's a Medjay Predasite. What a rare and unexpected find.
Really?
Judging by its size, I'd say you'll have to trank it twice.
Okay. So, having made it there, looks like now I'm on to the path of the one I actually needed. But it also looks like I may have already picked up one. A Vizier. So, I don't know if this is like a pet, like my Kubro. And if maybe there's different perks for him. Okay, here we go.
A mating call excellently performed, but that's the wrong lure.
Oh, so I may actually have to go back in.
Wrong lure. You'll need to match their call if you want to get their attention. You've chosen the incorrect lure, a common mistake.
Okay, so I get it. I'm going to have to go back into the Necrolisc, and I'm probably going to lose the track of this one, which I guess is fine. I don't have a choice. Actually, can I cancel that? Probably should have tried to mark where I was. Maybe it stays up on the map. Maybe it doesn't reset when I go back in. But it looks like I'm going to have to buy another one of those things. Another one of the right pheromones? Okay, so we at least have an idea of how this works now. So let me go back to Brother again. He ought to be right up here. Or son, or whatever his name is.
Poor Kaylee thinks this family may yet have a
Browse
future.
wares.
Monotony
Predasite
is
pheromone.
bearable.
Yep, we'll grab that again.
That'll
Actually,
kill ya.
now I can buy more. Let's just buy 5. Let's just say 5.
I look forward to your return. Bye for now.
I too look forward to my own return. Alright, let's head back out. See if by any luck it maintains what we were doing before. Something tells me no. Nope, they all disappeared. Alright, so let's pull out the Trank rifle again. Look at the map. Predasite was that. So kind of near that spawn point. Let's just fast travel to there. I mean, I could easily have arc-winged it, but we're looking for the yellow one first. Since the other is common and this is the one that's not common. Am I standing right on top of it? Yes, but it's telling me down. Or is it in here? Really?
Well, you're close to something, that's certain. Not to backseat drive, but I think if you head that way, you might find it. That sounds distinctly like a Predasite. Deimos' most majestic predator. Let's hope it's not with its young. They can get aggressive when defending their offspring against a perceived threat. Bravo! That was terrible. We are not at home to stage fright. Let's do it again and sustain the note this time. You've essentially screamed, "Hello, I'm a total fraud," to every specimen in earshot. Try again. You won't have seen anything like Predasite mating season in the swamps. Methane and pheromones. It's a head spinner.
Oh, I guess I got it. Now I have to locate and tranquilize. All right. It's telling me this way. Telling me, it's pointing me over here.
Do you know what that is? It's a Medjay Predasite. What a rare and unexpected find. Judging by its size, I'd say you'll have to trank it twice. Fully grown. A Medjay Predasite. I should paint your picture with it. Right.
Ah!
They have eluded you.
Okay.
I'm sure it wasn't a particularly fetching specimen anyway.
So I'll have to capture it again. Alright, so we need to find another one of the Predasite locations. Looks like that's back here. We'll see if we can do the same thing. Looked like you have to use the right stick up or down. I thought it was telling me to click it in order to get the call right, but
They're nearby.
figured that out after a little bit of trial and error.
These things have
There we go. Aha! Okay.
made it to adulthood.
Awesome.
What a magnificent creature.
A highly aggressive
I want
male.
to rest my cheek against its chest and listen to its entrails stirring in its sleep.
Okay. That's awesome. Alright guys, had to take a quick work call in the middle of that, but I did confirm that we got the Medjay tag. Indeed, it looks like we have a stack of 5. So maybe that means I can use the incubator to make that and see if there's any different abilities that it has over my Kubro. But at any rate, moving on to the next part, we're just going to head right back out the door. And we're going to try for the common I forget the name of it, but I'll know it when I see it. And we do not have the pheromone for that one because we want a common and we just need one. So I'm hoping this will go relatively quickly. Let's pull that out.
There, biosign. Do you think you can find whatever left it?
I wish things would stop peppering me in the back while I'm trying to do this. This is actually pretty fun. This is completely unlike anything else in the game. You know, I could see this being an activity that a lot of people probably wouldn't like, but I personally find this quite enjoyable. All right, so we'll use... that's actually not the right lure I want to use. How can I change which one I want? I want this one. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
If you're trying to locate an Avichaea, my first inclination would be to simply look up.
Okay, it looks like maybe you're supposed to keep this blue-purple, like the color itself doesn't matter. You're supposed to follow the sliding bracket, maybe? That little white bar? I guess it differs on different animals because I didn't catch it really moving that much when I was doing the Medjay or Majad, whatever it was called. And they're telling me to trank this animal out of the sky. He said to look up. So it's probably one of these. Yes. And I totally just nabbed one. Great.
Fully grown.
That was awesome.
I hope you immersed yourself in the pleasure of the hunt. It's the chief reward. Naturally, you will be paid too.
I did call for recovery, so I think that's done. Do I have to grab another? It's a good shot. On the third attempt, or fourth. We'll call for collection on that one too. Bad capture. Oh no. First it was perfect and now it's bad.
There, there. Whatever nightmare spawned you, you're ours now.
Okay. So we'll see how many tags that gets us. Let's head back in. We needed 5 common Avichaea. That only gives us 4, and then we have 2 viziers. So we'll have to go back out for that one more time. I'm just going to give it a minute to reset. I'm just going to check the Entrati standing again. We'll see how many parts it says I have. Yep, we need 1 more of those. That's actually kind of funny that the one that required the pheromone, I've got 5 of, and the common one I've only got 4. Maybe it's got to do with the type of animal. So no problem. We'll head back out. We at least will be able to test my theory about that bar again. So let's just head back outside. Should be the door to the right here. Yep. And then we'll just have to wait to get enough Entrati standing. We've already hit our max for the day and we spent some. So we won't be able to go further than this for probably another day or 2. But that's okay. Trank rifle we've got out. Let's just get away from the entrance to see if we can get... what is this purple marker? Start a K-drive race. Ah, that's not exactly what I want to be doing right now. By not exactly, I mean not at all.
By the sound of that cry, I'd say there's an Avichaea not far from here. You won't mistake it when you see it. They look like something from another geological era. While cautious, an Avichaea's curiosity can be piqued with a call.
Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, it looks like just follow the box and it kind of varies depending on the specific animal. And it looks to be reasonably forgiving because honestly, I wasn't that precise and accurate on that.
This one's
perfect capture. Okay. And that's a common.
I'm sure this one put up a fight. Well done for bringing it in alive.
It's funny though, it still says call for recovery, so maybe I have to grab all of them that are in the immediate vicinity. Rather get it, there we go. Let's try that.
This one's
another perfect capture. Great.
You understand Deimos like few others, Hunter.
Okay, great.
I sense we are alike in that.
Let's head back in. I just got to make sure we get credit for our work out there. Yep, beautiful. Okay, so the only other thing I want to check here today is exactly what the standing points, how many total standing points I need. Whoops, I'm turning around backwards. How many total standing points we're going to need in order to get that next rank up. We've got the parts that we need now. 44,000, okay. So we can get, it's going to take us 3 days. We have 11,000 now. We can get 15,000 per day. So yeah, it's just going to take us 3 days. So I'll just have to come back. I've already used my max daily standing. I've hit it. Oh, actually, it says that it resets. Is that saying it's going to reset in 3 hours? I guess I could try to check it and come back. But that at least gets us done with that part of what we needed to do. So now we're going to head back. We're going to go to the orbiter. And then we're going to check and see if any of those Medjay tags or even the Avichaea, if we can actually use them in the incubator. I don't know how this works. I'm just guessing. Nope, that's just Kubro. Huh. I would have just guessed that if you could, maybe it's actually done through Deimos then, and it's not done here. Or maybe this is another incubator that will get active over time. I have no idea. Time will tell, I suppose. But that at least gets us, other than just the wait for daily standing cap, that gets us through to the next stage. So I just want to double check in here. I have nothing to pick up. We could go farming for argon, which I'm eventually going to have to do in order to get a ton of these new frames done. But I don't want to jump into that today. So I think what I do want to do, why don't I grab... You know what? Let's just stick with Titania. What I want to try to do is jump back over to the Necrolis after testing that theory. And we're just going to wrap up today. Today's probably going to be a shorter video. We're just going to head back over to the Necrolis, and we're going to wrap up by running one of the Necromech bounties. I still need to get that Void Rig capsule. Now, one thing I don't know is if it's complete RNG, if it matters what level thing you're doing. I'm guessing that it does not. Maybe it does. I don't honestly know. But either way, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be jumping in to try to see if we can get that Void Rig capsule. So we're just going to pop right back over to Mother again. Alright guys, so I just did a fair bit of grinding for, oh gosh, about 2.5, 3 hours beyond what I've already played. Trying to hope for the drop on the Void Rig capsule building part I need, the damaged Necromech pod. No such luck, but I did end up grabbing a few argon crystals. So since I have a couple on me now, I figure I may as well just build a part that requires it on something. So I'm just going to take a quick peek through what I have in here that is a frame that I could outright build if I had the argon crystals, and then that's what I'm gonna make. Core, no, we don't have all those. Needus, nope. Nova's already made. Oberon, nope, I still need one. Protea, nope, definitely not on that. Sevagoth does take argon on one part. Wisp, I could technically build one part.
Ordis has been counting stars, operator.
Wukong takes a lot more of other things. I think what I'm going to do is... no, because that'll break down before I get the Hex Xenon. Let me see if I have enough from the last time I sent this out on Jupiter. Maybe I get lucky. Just alloy plate. I did not get lucky. That is unfortunate. Oh wait, that's still in process? Or maybe I just sent it out. It's possible that I forgot to send one out the last time, which I guess there are worse fates. That's okay. So we're not going to go for that. No Hex Xenon, so Wisp is off the table. I think we have Atlas in here as well. That takes a couple on one part. And then I have plenty enough of everything else. So I could do Atlas, or I could go with Chroma. I've already built the chassis for Chroma. Neuroptics don't need it. So, you know what? Let's grab Chroma first. I've had this one in here for the longest. We'll grab the Neuroptics while we're at it. Okay, so we'll let that finish up, and then Chroma will be the next one that we get built. I just, you know, while I'm sitting on Argon Crystal, there's no reality. I'm going to let it just decay. I learned that lesson the hard way. It's one of my absolute least favorite resources to farm. But yeah, interesting that Argon Crystal you can also find in Deimos. I didn't actually catch that before. I wonder how many I've picked up there versus in the Void. But at any rate, that is the work that we got done today, guys. So we are getting extraordinarily close to being able to do the Void Rig in the background. And you may catch already that I have done a little farming in the background. I've gotten some blueprints. I'm going to have to pick up some more from Otak as well before we can move on, because I need the blueprint to be able to do the Cabochon Embolos. But I do have the blueprint for the Tempered Bapholite. I have the blueprint for Devolved Namelon. I pretty much have all of these I need except for Trapezium Zinnerhast. They always have such really easy to pronounce names in here. But then it's just a matter of mining. And I did spend some time farming in the background, mining resources over in Plains of Eidolon as well, which is why I've got some of these things that could only have been picked up from Plains of Eidolon. Like Pharos was needed for something. I don't remember exactly what it was. Back in mining, it'll tell me. Devolved Namelon. I just need some more Namelon. That I have to farm from the drift, but the Pharos is the other half of it you have to get from farming and mining in the Plains of Eidolon. So yeah, there's a lot of background stuff that needs to be done to prep for getting this Necromech, but we are getting close, guys. So with any luck, sometime in the next play session or two, I will get enough of the components, and then it's just the background farm and grind, getting enough, experience and rank ups with the Entrati to be able to finish unlocking some more of those other blueprint parts that I need. But yeah, getting a lot of good stuff done in the background. I did some more fishing as I was farming around. I've done some fishing in the background for the event. Up in Orb Valis. So yeah, a lot of moving parts in the background. But in the next video, we are going to be jumping into yet again another story mission. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do yet, so I'll poke in the background and see what it's going to be next. But making good, steady progress here nonetheless, guys. That is going to do it for today's story mission. In the next one, and very close to the Necromech, guys. I do appreciate you checking in as always, and we will catch you on the next one.